Hello everybody and welcome to the GKaiser Age. My name is Lucian GKaiser and today we're going to be taking a look at the fantastic Bandai Tamashii Nations Armor Girls Project Yamato Armor Mori Yuki from Star Blazers 2202, or is better known as Space Battleship Yamato 2202. So let's get started. This is Lucian GKaiser, GKaiser Age, launching. Alright, so before we get started looking at the figure, we're going to go ahead and take a look at this fantastic box art. So as you can see there, Armor Girls Project. This is a unique line of figures that is done by Bandai, in which they usually take a female character from a specific show and of course use a specific iconic vehicle from that show as armor for the girl. And as you can see here, we got Miss Yuki Mori with the Space Battleship Yamato as her armor, and the figure is fantastic looking. And of course you can pose her without the armor, and there's different variations and configurations you can do with the armor that we're going to take a look at today. That's pretty much it for the box. Very nice box. So let's go ahead and get started taking a look at the figure. Okay, so now I've got her armor off to make it a little bit easier for us to go ahead and take a look at the figure herself. So let's go ahead and start with the head here. Once again, like I said, very nice details on the face. Looks fantastic. With the head, you got a nice rotation. You can do a 360 if you want, but I'm not going to do that. I do not want to hurt her neck. And of course, you got a nice downward looking motion. Upwards, not so much because of the hair. Speaking of the hair, they're all ball joints on these parts of the hair right here. So you can rotate them, position them around for different kind of wavy hair in motion kind of looks. Put those down like that, cross them together to make it like one full hairpiece set. And then the arms have pretty much the same range of motion on each of them. They go up that far, go down. You can make them go swing forward a bit with the shoulder. And then of course you've got the nice elbow bend, so decent elbow bend. The hands are on a nice ball joint with some rotation at the wrist, and of course posability is very good on those. I love the detail of her patch for the Yamato crew on her shoulder there, and then the one on the neck as well. She does have an ab kind of crunch and a little bend back there, and on the legs got a nice decent forward range of movement. Backwards not so much. Out to the side very little, but honestly she's not going to be doing too much side kicking and everything. Got a nice bend at the knee. No thigh rotation really, just a slight bit at the hips, but really not a lot. But you did get a lot of motion with the foot here. Pivots and swivels at the ankle, so you can get a lot of range of motion with that. She can stand up outside of having the stand, but I recommend using the stand when standing her up. She does come with some alternate faces. Put her right here. Like I said, it's a little tricky to get her to stand up without the actual stand, but you can do it. But and of course she fell right over. But you got the alternate faces. So you get the smiling face and then another smirking face, and I really love the detail that they put into them. Very nice eye detail and facial detail. Alright, so let's go ahead. We're going to throw her armor back on. go. So you can't get her to stand. It's a little tricky because of the heels and everything, but you can definitely do it. But let's go ahead and throw her armor back on real quick, and we're going to take a look at that. But first, we'll take a look at it without her attached. So as you can see, the armor is very cool. Replicates the deck guns of the Yamato. You get a nice swing, and the guns can be elevated separately, or you can elevate them together. Get a nice side to side on that. The upper cannon set can do the same. It doesn't have individual barrels, but that's okay. And then these smaller anti-aircraft cannons can move as well, so you can always position those, which is very cool. And you can do the same with the ones on the other side. Very cool there. Got a lot of nice detail everywhere. You've got this anchor part, which you can deploy those. And it has these movable parts here. Now, the very cool thing about the anchor, and another feature, this part does not like to stay on here. It's kind of a little bit of a nitpick there. It comes off pretty easily, but one of the neat parts is you get a chain, and you can attach this chain in here, and then take this part and attach it here, and you can replicate the anchor being fired as a weapon. And if you use one of the Tamashii Nation action stands, you can use that to prop this up. It does have a little peg hole on the bottom here, so you can peg it in. So let's do that real quick. And there you go. So you can have her on another stand, have this one attached to another one in the distance, and really get a good replication of that. Let's go ahead and take that off. Slap that back on there. Close that up. Alright, and then of course the arms have a lot of articulation and movement, and it's not so stiff that you can't really move it well, but at the same time it'll stay in the position that you want it to while the figure is holding it. So I love that. And then on the other side we of course have the Yamato's main gun, and this can close up and lock close, or you can open it up for kind of a jaw attack kind of thing. Whoop. Yeah. So you can do that if you like with it. But I love it has all the detail and everything like on the Yamato itself. And this has another wide range of movement. And very cool. And then of course, if you just want to have it plugged into her, you just plug it into the back. There's a spot right on her back there. Plug that right in. Some of the pieces are a little bit looser than I would like, but still nothing that distracts from the quality of the figure. As you can see, the arms, even for their weight, they hold up magnificently well. And all in all, it is a great looking figure. So let us go ahead and we're going to transform her into some of her alternate modes. Look at those real quick. She does come with alternate hands as well, before I get to those. So she comes with several different hands, different poses, and alternate hair for other things too that I'll be showing off in a minute. So let us go ahead And take a look at that stuff. Get her back on the stand. Now let's get going. Alright, and here we have the Yamato Armor Girl Wave Motion Gun firing pose. And I absolutely love it. It looks fantastic. She's even got the little targeting sight and everything. And you can still attach it to the base unit while she's holding this. So you can get some more dynamic poses with it. Right on there. Oop. And there we go. And now she is ready to take out anybody who threatens the Earth. But we always have to remember, we want to use the wave motion energy responsibly. You don't want to go around using it indiscriminately. But I absolutely love it. It looks great. She holds the pose very well. And it's just a fantastic replication of that. And then of course you still got the main guns and everything on the side here. So you can still angle those in different ways. Help cover her flank. Alrighty. So we got one more mode, and that's the ride mode. So we're going to convert to that. The conversion, I just want to notate too, it's not too bad. It's a lot of parts forming, but still a lot of fun and quite easy to do. Alright. Love the look of it. Let's go ahead and get to the final form and then just the final part of the review for today. Alright, and here we have the Ride Armor mode. And I absolutely love this. It looks so very cool. She is definitely ready to use a warp drive to travel to another galaxy and hopefully save humanity. And as you can see, the stand that this figure comes with, it comes with these manipulators and these specialized claws to go ahead and hold it up in this mode and all the other modes as well. And the cool thing is, you get 3 of these. You rarely, if ever, get just enough of everything in order to go ahead and do any kind of poses that you need with this figure. So I really appreciate it. And it's very sturdy, it's a very stable figure. Getting it into this mode is actually not too bad. It's a pretty quick conversion from the other modes. But I highly recommend, if you get a chance, grabbing this figure. It's a fantastic figure. If you love Space Battleship Yamato and you love Yuki Mori, this is definitely a great figure to have, and definitely one that you like to have on your shelf, posed in different action stances, things like that. I definitely look forward to seeing some more Armor Girls project figures from Bandai Tamashii Nations. I know they've probably done some Gundam Girl ones before, and I've kind of looked into those, but this one really stood out. I got this one from Hobby Link Japan. They are a fantastic website. If this is still in stock there, I definitely recommend picking one up. It's a great figure to have on your shelf. But again, I want to thank you for joining me here in the GKaiser H. Also, you can also check Big Bad Toy Store. I know they had this on their website at one point. I'll link below where you can still pick this figure up if it's still available. If not, definitely look around like eBay or Amazon. You might be able to find it there. But again, thank you for joining me here in the GKaiser Age. If you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe, leave a comment, like the video. Tell me what some of your favorite figures from the Armor Girls Project series are, and I might look into those. And then, as always, check out my Twitter and my Twitch page. I'm more active now streaming games on my Twitch, so definitely look forward on there to seeing some of my streams. And of course, as always, thank you once again for joining me here in the GKaiser Age. Lucian GKaiser signing out until the next battle to save the Earth.